Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl Ciecko. I am the founder of this Facebook group, or the Facebook group Avoiding Water Damage, Mold, and Toxins, and I am an architect, and I'm getting online today because there's been a bunch of posts, people asking questions about the buildings that they're building under construction and they're thinking of building, and the quality of the wood that is in those buildings. And I'm seeing the pictures and I'm appalled. And there's a lot of, this shouldn't be happening. There's a lot of bad stuff in that wood that you're seeing, and it should not be in a new building. A new project, a new construction project should have the lumber specified, the type of lumber, the quality level, and the cleanliness that you require in your project specified in your contract before you sign with any builder. So the first thing I will tell you is that wood comes in different grades. There's very cheap grade, and there's a much more expensive grade that's better quality. And so if you were going to buy a suit or a nice dress for a wedding, you wouldn't probably just go on a catalog and say, I want something that's called a dress. And you will get something from someone that will, and you want it for this price, and you may not like what you get. It may not be the kind of dress that you want, or the kind of suit that you want, or the fabric that you want. So there's something that's included as a part of architectural drawings, part of projects that include architectural drawings, and that's called the specification. And the specifications is a written document that goes along with drawings that says exactly what is to be included, the quality, the type, and all the other things around it, like how it's installed, and any warranties, anything that you want to have as part of your project. And the contract should be something that is a neutral contract that's written with both the owner and the contractor in mind. Both need to be protected. A typical builder contract that the builder will have you sign is only going to be protecting the builder. It's not going to be protecting the owner in most cases. I've never seen one that had all the protections needed for the owners. So my recommendation would be to hire an architect to work with you on your project. You can hire them for a lot or a little, but I would recommend having them be involved in how you're doing your contracts for sure, and make sure that you get a contract that is protecting both you you as the owner in the same way that it's protecting the builder. So when the builder says his contract is going to say, if you don't pay, this is what's going to happen, or you have to pay at this time and this is what's included, you also need a contract that's going to say what happens if he doesn't do the work according to your specifications. So that's quality of the materials that you're using. So you can specify in your contract up front that you want clean materials in new condition, and that there should be no debris on the materials that are being installed in your building, and certainly no water damage or conditions that would come from water damage, which includes mold. So all your wood members that you're using, all your materials of any kind, you can say they should be clean and in new condition. And when lumber is being delivered, any materials are being delivered, it could be tile, it could be drywall. If on the truck materials are coming that are not clean, that were damaged en route, you can send them back, and you should send them back. And they won't send you more, they'll take more care if you start sending back bad quality materials. There's no reason to pay good money for poor materials. So the contract is the first thing, and you have to decide this and discuss it in writing, discuss it verbally and have it in writing and signed and agreed to, that this is what you want, this is what you expect for your project, that you expect you're building a new home, you expect all the components that go into your new home to be new, clean of debris, and in good condition. And then you can specify what good condition means to you. And if good condition means to you, and it should mean no water damage, no staining that isn't natural. There are some stains that are natural, but no staining that comes from something exterior to the wood itself. And you can specify that. And then once you've said that that's not allowed on your project, then you can have free reign to walk around your project and say that's not allowed. And your builder will also know very clearly what is allowed and what is not. Otherwise, they're trying to maximize their costs, and they're going to give you whatever you're willing to take. And if you're willing to take garbage wood, they're going to give you garbage wood on occasion. And the best of builders may do this, or it can happen. They can't watch everything everybody is doing, but if they know that you're watching, then they won't do it, and if they know what your parameters are. So that's what I would say on a lot of what I've seen is not acceptable. There are some stains that are natural and are not a problem. Mountain pine beetle kill, it's called blue stain, but none of what I saw looks like blue stain. There's occasionally stains from strapping. There are some ink markings, but that will look like an ink marking and it'll say something. They don't just randomly put ink on boards. So the stuff that looks like it's dirty or stained in some way that doesn't look natural is probably not natural. You can test it if you need to, but I would say that you need to be on the ball. Clients need to be on the ball with their builders and have a specification that says what kind of quality is acceptable for you. Be very specific. Lumber comes in grades. You can say, I want grade 1, grade 2, grade utility grade, whatever grade that you're willing to pay for, and then you can be sure that you can see it on the bill of sale, what they've delivered. Is that what they've delivered? What you said you wanted? And then you can also look at it and say, hey, listen, if they're delivering lumber that's poor quality, whether it's from the lumber yard or whether it came on the truck that way, then you send it back. Just like you would any other package that arrives at your home when the box comes and it's all crushed. And your glass vase that you bought is crushed. You send it back and say it was damaged in shipping or was damaged from the factory. Wherever it was damaged, you don't pay for things. You don't want things on your job site that are not in good quality condition, but do specify that at the beginning. So that's my tip for today related to all those posts, and I will try to get online and make sure those posts get through, the ones that haven't already. But for all of the ones related to construction, hire an architect would be my first suggestion. You can hire me to look at your contracts. Have a contract that protects you. That's not just your builder contract. The AIA provides contracts. I believe you can buy them directly from the AIA. The AIA is the American Institute of Architects. It's an association that architects belong to. It's not required for us, but they do have really good contracts. And so you buy those. And both the contractor and the owner are protected in these contracts equally, not just one or the other. Have an attorney review your contracts. That would be a good idea too, a construction attorney. But start with a good contract and maybe some good consulting, and I do that also. So if you would like to have me look at your contracts, if you'd like to have me look at your drawings, send me an email at Cheryl@avoidingmold.com or go ahead and schedule a consultation at www.avoidingmold.com, and I'm happy to help on individual projects. But for in general, specify in your documents in writing that the materials are to be clean and free of debris, free of water damage, and free of staining that is not natural. And start with that for all your materials. So that's my tip for the day. Have a good day. Bye-bye.